And now what we're going to do is learn how to create the about page for our e-commerce website with WordPress. So we're going to make a page that looks just like this. So if you want to create this for your online store, let's go back and let's create a new page. So hover over new and click on page. And once you're on the add new page, all we're going to do is type in our page title. So I'll type in about, and I'm going to leave the page title as checked right here. So that's going to show up on the page. And I just want to turn on the backend editor. And what we're going to do is create two different rows for these two different sections over here. So let's go and do that by clicking on the plus button right here, and then find the row element and click on that. And once you see the first row show up right here, I want to split this in half. So I'm going to go into this icon right here and just hover over the second one that says 1/2 plus 1/2 and click on that. And now you should see two boxes right here. And what we're going to do is add a single image on the left hand side and then a text block on the right hand side. So let's add our image first by clicking on the plus button right here, and then find the single image element and click on that. And once this shows up right here, what I'm going to do to add an image is just come over here and click on this plus button. And once you get this media library pop up, if you want to upload your own images, just go to upload files and click on select files. If you want to use the demo content, we have some images over here. So the first one that I'm going to select is this one right here. And you can see right now that it's in a color, and you have this thing called image filter on the upper right over here. If I go in here, you can actually filter the image by different options. So I'm going to select black and white right here. And you'll notice that the image turns black and white. And once you get that, if you want to upload this with the filter, all you have to do is click on set image. And you should see the image show up right here. And if you ever want to remove this image, just click on the X and then click on the plus button to change the image. And what I want to do is come down to where it says image size, and you can read on how to format the image size right here. What I want to do is just delete where it says thumbnail, and I want to put in certain dimensions. So I want to type in 550 by 300, and that's just going to change the size of this image to fit on this page. But you can always play around with this to find the right size for you. It really depends on how much text you put in, because you can see on the demo website right here that this image pretty much lines up with the length of text over here. So if you type more or type less, then you probably want to change the dimensions. Okay, so once you're ready, you do have the option of changing the alignment for this image, and then you can also put a border or change how this image looks if you want. But we're going to leave this as is. So once you're ready, click on Save Changes. And now what we're going to do is come over here and we're going to put in a text block. But before we do that, we're going to format this part of the row. So what I want to do is click on this small pencil right here. And once you get this pop up over here, what I want to do is just go into design options. And I just want to format the padding for this section just to make it look a little bit better. So on the left hand side over here underneath padding, I'm going to type in 10px. And then on the right hand side, I'm going to type in 50px. And again, you can always play around with this stuff, and you don't actually have to do this. It's really up to you. I think it looks better if I put this in, so I will do that. And then I'll click on Save Changes right here. And now we can add a text block. So click on the plus button right here, and then find the text block and click on that. And once you get this pop up right here, you should see some default text, and we can delete that. And let me just go to the demo e-commerce website and just copy this text right here just to save some time. And I'm going to paste that in right here. So if you need to, you can pause the video to type in your about section or whatever story that you want. You can always format this text with any of these buttons right here. And you also have the option of clicking on this button to get some additional buttons to style your text. Okay, so once you're ready, go ahead and click on Save Changes. And now we have our first row of content for our About page. And what I want to do now is add some space over here just to give it a little bit more room before we add our next row. So I'm going to click on the plus button right here. And then what I want you to do is find the empty space element. So that's this one right here. So once you find it, go ahead and click on that. And once you get this pop up right here for the empty space settings, you can customize the amount of space that you want. So I just want to put in 25px right here, but you can type in whatever you want. And now what we're going to do is add another row for the image and the text on the bottom over here. So I'm going to click on the plus button, and I want to go back up and find the row element and click on that. And once it shows up right here, we're going to split this row in half again. So over here, just click on 1/2 plus 1/2. and you'll see two columns. And let's go and format the column on the left-hand side where we're going to put in the text blocks. So click on the small plus button right here. And once you get this pop-up, we'll go into the Design Options tab. And I just want to put in some padding on the right-hand side over here. So I'm going to type in 25px and then click Save Changes. And if you wonder how I come up with these padding numbers, I really just test them out and see what they look like. So you can always play around with them on your own. And once you're ready, we're going to click on the plus button right here and then find the text block and click on that. And once you get this pop up right here, we're just going to delete this again and paste in our dummy text. So again, I just got this from the demo e-commerce website. So if you need to, and if I go too fast, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, just type something in and click Save Changes. And now we're just going to add our single image widget right here. So let's click on the plus button and then find the single image element and click on that. And once you get this pop up right here, we're just going to click on the plus button right in the middle to find the image that we want. And I'm going to use this one. But again, I'm going to go into the image filter and click on black and white and just let this change. And once you're ready, click on Set Image. And now you should see the image show up right here. And all I want to do is come down to image size. And again, I want to put in some dimensions. So I'll put in 550 by 300. And once you're ready, go ahead and click on Save Changes. And now that's pretty much all we have to do for our e-commerce about page that we just built with WordPress. So unless you want to add anything else, all you have to do is click on the Publish button right here. And once the page is published, let's go and check it out to make sure that it looks right. And once the About page loads, this is what it should look like. So the e-commerce website should be looking pretty good right now. And if you're ready, we can move on to the next step.